Hey everybody, I was just checking out a little video about dark matter. I seem to have a problem finding it. My best guess is that micronovas put a lot of dust into the galaxy, and we just can't see it because there's no light. Let's go to YouTube. So I thought I'd prepare, hey welcome, I thought I'd prepare this one by doing a quick CPU defend and then wait for that incredibly long loading screen to go away. Let's do a couple of CPU defenses. After that, I'm gonna transition into GTA. Transition. Sounds like I'm a transsexual. I'm not. Yeah, YouTube is a wild place, man. I learned everything there. From playing the piano to writing good stories, editing music, making soundtracks. It's a good spot. Though I haven't been on Discord much. It's a bit of a toxic environment. And if you can't stand the heat, you should stay out of the kitchen. Okay, I gotta turn my volume up a bit. Still have about 1.5 million to go before I can upgrade another structure. Okay, let's catch these guys here. Let the base card do the rest. Let's have a good look here. And you. It's pretty cool. 1 minute 50 seconds. Rocketeers coming out. Hit him. Okay. That was a fart cushion. And wave 6. Excellent. So far I'm having an 80 to 90% win rate on this big base. If as an opponent you are patient, you can beat this base. So when I put the clock back at 5 minutes 30 seconds, I should get an even better result. Which is something I will do tomorrow. Then I can watch some replays of anybody who has defeated the base to see if I can improve it. But this is just to make it a bit more fun. That the waves come in quicker. Indeed. Rapid deploy and volunteers on the run. That's with health. Fast reload. And rapid deploy. I figured there's doing enough damage as is. What I did notice is once they come near my base, A lot of the rockets get over here. That's not good. I need to change that guy. They keep crashing into my AA. Which is not a problem for the AA. It doesn't get damaged, but not enough firepower to choke point. Yesterday, I finally had a good battlefield experience. The latest patch update is working well. I can take these. Save that for wave 10. Very nicely. Get them early. Focus them on one spot. And get him. Okay, there's no medics anymore, so this is a good way. This will work. Could place that better. Good easy cheese. Oh yes, go up there, medic. All of them. My dreams are weird again. Well, it's better than having that. It's incredibly interesting because I dream lucidly, and most of the time I realize I'm in a dream. Some of the time I'm just like, okay, let it run. I need to sleep. Really cool is if you practice something during the day, like an instrument. Say I want to learn a song, and I practice that for half an hour. Your dream will trigger that same set of neurons 5 times as fast. So it's reinforcing the pattern you play on your instrument at 5 times the speed. And I want to see how I can fit that into simulation theory, the holographic principle. Let's see. Okay, for instance, you use a programming code. And you can code that at, say, 1 kilobyte per minute. Regular typing speed is 100 words per minute. Every word's about 6, 7, okay? So you could code theoretically at 600 half an hour. That's 3,600 seconds. That's 1,400 14,400 notes per hour. That's 14 kilohertz per hour. Then the brain, in your dream, repeats that back to you. "48 kilohertz per hour." That's cool. 48 kilohertz is also the bandwidth on TV. So if I get an hour of REM sleep, I can reinforce an entire CD of this information, per second. One of the numbers I'm really focused on since forever is pi, 3.145. Who remembers that song by Rebecca Black? Friday, Friday. I want to make one on every 14th of March is Pi Day, 3.14. It's Pi Day, 3.145 day. Oh God, that song. That's a song that got a lot of hits because it was so bad. He was a kid who had everything. And asked me, "What do you want for your birthday?" "I'm going to have a CD projector. I'm going to write a song." I wanted to raise 100,000 pages a year. The crazy is not funny. I'm not being funny. So yesterday's stream was about why your smart TV is so cheap. Never get a Vizio. It's a real ass. It's like Huawei phones that spy on you, but in this case it's a TV. Pinging a server 5,000 times an hour, letting them know what you want. And then selling that so other companies can target you with advertisements. Now, I unplugged my TV about 8 years ago. I have a lot more peace of mind. Don't have to watch our version of the Verizon ad. What ads have you? Mostly some involving kind of popular singer selling out to a supermarket. I haven't seen a washing powder commercial in forever. I know, it's the one about car glass. We have a company over here. If your windshield is cracked, you can go there and get it fixed. Claim the insurance. And all that sweet insurance money goes into making an ad. All the time. If you read it. It's even got like a song, a jingly song. La, 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 la. So if you work at an office, you get to hear it. 16 times during the day. There's only one thing worse. If you work in an office where you have a lot of square people, they all want to watch or listen to Sky Radio. And what does Sky Radio do? Every December, every hour on the hour, they play Last Christmas song, and you have to suffer through it. Start for life, man. There's only one thing even worse than that. I had to go to the dentist 3 or 4 months ago. And going to the dentist, yeah, not fun. Basically, you're doing torture. Sitting in a chair and you can't leave. What do you know? Right as I was going to get my treatment, a song came on, which is actually one of the banned words. This is a word you cannot say on YouTube, or it will stop you from monetizing. Not that I monetize, I don't do that. 4 non-blondes with a song called What's Going On. So this guy's drilling into my jaw and the radio. And I say, hey, yeah, what's going on? Suddenly the drilling bit wasn't that bad. He could have pulled out my fingernails if I could leave the room. So yeah, I think that's hilarious. Because I wasn't focused on the pain in my jaw anymore. I was totally focused on this girl, this woman, forcefully, without my consent, singing one of the worst songs ever. Which brings us to the most hated band. It's not Nickelback. Nickelback is in the number 2 spot. The worst band, or the most hated band, is Creed. You might know them. They're like a Christian Pearl Jam. It's like Pearl Jam, but Christian. The right Christian, of course, probably all Protestant. I can't remember any of the songs right now. But it takes a real shitty band to beat out Nickelback. I think Milli Vanilli was in there somewhere. Hell, I'll Google it. Most hated bands ever. How Nickelback became the most hated band. Oh, they beat Creed? Yeah, well, Creed broke up after a disastrous concert. Yeah, but he doesn't give a fuck, man. I wouldn't give a fuck. He's that fucking racist, like, man, fuck you guys. Listening to Nickelback is not on par with the mushroom trip. It's more akin to taking salvia, completely legal, with an undeniable fan base, but frighteningly disconnected from reality, and still capable of leaving you damaged. Salvia is like a little plant where you get to meet the devil if you smoke it. What is it about the bands which sells out Madison Square Garden and has sold more than 50 million albums worthwhile? According to the observer that makes it for the price. Weed, how can such widespread appeal and infamy coexist side by side? Here's how Nickelback became the most hated band. In history, 1. Their songs all sound the same. Stupid. That's a good place to start. As noted by the New Yorker, Nickelback started out as a 90s cover band in Alberta, Canada. Lead singer Chad Kroger's growling voice and metal-influenced sound stood out at the time. But instead of evolving their songwriting style through the years, Nickelback constructed a theme after generic theme that follows the same simple and obvious formulation. Further built with each voice to basically one guitar tonality and song structure, creating monotonous cloud pieces that lack originality. Yeah, we run an IQ index centered around the IQ of 100, which is pretty average, but it means that 50% of the people have an IQ below 100, which explains Nickelback. People don't listen to the lyrics, half the people don't listen to the lyrics, 90% of the people don't have any idea what musical technique means. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Exhibit A, the video above demonstrates how two of their most popular songs, How You Remind Me and Someday, follow the same vocal cadence and instrumental background, and it's really pretty astonishing. Their content is good for the radio masses, but it doesn't offer much depth or creativity. Good luck playing an album straight through, which brings me to Coldplay. Coldplay is middle of the road rock and roll. It takes U2 and makes it as simple as possible. They keep writing the same song over and over. I remember buying 2 albums in the 2005. I got 2 of them. I got Clocks by Coldplay, and I got Music for the Deaf by Queens of the Stone Age. And that was a fad. I checked out Coldplay for a bit, but dude, they're so middle of the road. I'm glad I never listened to them again. However, I could still play the Queens of the Stone Age album today, and loving it. They're fucking amazing. But back to Nickelback. Because Nickelback's generic and formulaic music is well suited for the radio, it's not surprising that their songs are tremendously successful from a commercial perspective. How You Remind Me became the most played radio song of the 2000s, with over 1.2 million plays. Dude, imagine you're at work. This must have happened to me. And they played Nickelback on the radio. Hearing the same song over and over again gets on anybody's nerves. Yeah, Last Christmas. So that likely helped turn public opinion against Nickelback. But Canadian citizens may bear the brunt of this angst. The Canadian Radio, Television and Telecommunications requires radio stations to play a certain amount of music that's produced in Canada. If you're already tired of hearing this song, definitely go to Canada. Move to Canada. It's fucking awesome. Shut the fuck up. Back to 23. Comedy Central was running a well-advertised panel show called The Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn. Great show. Check it out. It's got Patrice O'Neill in there. He's one of the best comics ever. And Colin Quinn, yeah, he's okay. He's a typical New Yorker who complains a lot. The show involved 4 comedians who discussed topical news stories. In one episode, the comedian brought up a study that tied violent lyrics to violent behavior. He joked, no one talks about the studies that show that bad music makes people violent. Like listening to Nickelback makes me want to kill Nickelback. You're gonna get sued. They're on me, now they're on you. And he still doesn't? It's on you. Wow, all of those missed? The clip of that joke turned into a promo that ran during commercial breaks for months. Everybody who watched Comedy Central during that time was bound to see it at some point. Nickelback's awesomeness was cemented early on for a good number of people. Number 3, Chad Kroeger's tag legend. Terrible Frat Boy. Frat Boy was sad. When I was on the university, Frat Boys are really, really sad. And these are the politicians that business tycoons that they can these fuckers ruining our business, running our business and our government. These sad people. One of the most offensive aspects of Nickelback's frontman Chad Kroeger. He is responsible for most of the bandit. Rather than inhabiting the spotlight of grace or even a rock star cavalier recklessness, he repeatedly engages them and brags about juvenile behavior, more fitting a frat boy shotgunning natty lights here than a professional musician. During the Playboy interview, Kroeger talked about the time he blew his own love whistle for a free case of beer. What the fuck is a love whistle? And bragged about his binge drinking abilities. I drank 13 Coronas in a row. He said, the little flap that seals off your stomach and keeps the food from coming back. Up your throat, I can get a Corona down. That little flap, my friend, is called a esophagus. Well, of course, as a black boy, you don't know it. So the previous behavior is harmful. An article of him on the Men's Health magazine with one of his favorite stories, the time he was on tour in Germany and paid a drum tax approximately 600 Deutschmark. Where is this about a euro? Actually, he paid a drum tax 600 euros to stick his ding dong into a metal bladed fan. On top of that incident with his 2008 DUI. And it's easy to see how Kroeger has an alarming lack of concern for others. For the reason now, I don't think I would keep my ding-a-ling dog and metal bladed fan for any amount of money. But drum tax, roadies, that's the life, man. You get to see your favorite band and you get paid $300 or euros or whatever the fuck you need. You work for 6 to 10 weeks for exactly about 300. So say 6 weeks, that's 50 per week. Plus you get shit on all the time. The only good thing about being a roadie is you can guard the entrance to the backstage and have backstage passes, and then you get to choose which women get to go backstage. And some groupies are pretty desperate, so sometimes the band tells you, okay, if they can give good head, let them backstage. That'll be your only perk. How does that work with the gay scene? I mean, that's probably not the kind of gig you want. So that Dude. So there you go. You're gonna get 50 a week, but you get to have a lot of men below for backstage passes. Oh man, the mind wanders. NIckelback lyrical content written by Kroger continues to go back. The descriptions of women reduced into a series of actions and body parts aimed at fulfilling its own desires and fantasies. Occasionally, these descriptions veer into dark territory with imaginary imagery that hints at violence and abuse. Several songs use degrading language to describe one of the most intimate things a human can do in City Out. After mentioning that he likes a woman's pants around his feet, Virgo sings that he likes the way you still say please while you're looking up. Apparently titled Something in Your Mouth brushes his misogyny in even broader strokes. Quote, you're so much cooler when you never pull it out because you look so much cooler with something in your mouth. Alright, you get the picture there, Kroger. Why doesn't he just literally spell it out for us? He says that song, R-E-X. Key lyric, sex is always the answer, it's never the question. Better yet, not say it at all. Hearing someone saying, quote, I love your lack of self-respect while you're passed out on the deck. I love my hands around your neck. Painting of tasteless shock value as it is. Let me get that. Evidence number 3 will help form even more bands that sound exactly like them. Continuing to march onward despite even early Crisis sellout, NIckelback took it upon themselves to create carbon copies of their band. Theory of a Dead Man is a Vancouver-based Canadian band that Kroger pulled strings for after he heard the demo tape. Besides bringing them onto the soundtrack of Spider-Man and co-writing 6 of the songs, okay, he wrote some of their songs. He signed them to his record label. Listening to the Theory of the Dead Man's song Bad Girlfriend, again, it's hard to tell where Dead Man ends and NIckelback begins. Kroger continued to add insult to injury when he signed the band. The band sounds like an unfortunate combination of NIckelback and Kid Rock, as if we needed to know. So one of the later hits was Rockstar. They licensed that song to a furniture commercial. Cambridge researchers conducted a study on the topic titled Hypocritical Bullshit Performed Through Gritted Teeth. The study pointed out some of the obvious answers we already mentioned, but the watershed moment for the band tonight may have come with the song Rockstar. All the way these guys are. Uh-oh. NIckelback wrote Rockstar in 2005 and then licensed it for a furniture commercial in 2008. Sadists can watch the commercial. Everyone else can take comfort in knowing that it's exactly as bad as you expect. The commercial showed Nickelback had no real standards and didn't understand the difference between a band and a jukebox. Right around the time Nickelback released the song, their reputation started sliding. Attendants at a hard rock festival in Portugal threw rocks and bottles at them. A petition asking Nickelback not to perform at an NFL halftime show received 56,000 signatures. I still think Steve is worth it. Christian rock is the worst. Rock and roll is rebellious. supposed to be rebelling. You like those bands because you want to piss off your parents. God, that would be so cynical if I were to form a religious rock band just for the money. Google SoundClick Sofa Kings, SOPHA Kings, and you will hear a real rock band sounds like. I'm the frontman and songwriter of that rock band. SoundClick Sofa Kings, SOPHAKINGS. Go. Selling out to a furniture company helps send things down there for Kruger and his friends. Even worse, the furniture ad was later pulled for making his furniture look bigger than it was. If only the same thing could be said for Kruger's ego. Exhibit number 4. They think they're too cool for charity. So there was a flood in Alberta, Canada. And they had a project fundraiser. UK headline was over 32,000 people attended the live stream festival, which raised 1.5 million flood relief. Attendants, organizers, and musicians themselves were all basking in the mood of goodwill and good tunes. That lasted until NIckelback took the stage and requested that the live stream for all home viewers be cut. Once the sellers had sent out the following tweet: "Hi everyone, NIckelback exclusive performance was a request from the band. Sorry we couldn't live stream this portion of your concert." Social media backlash was in fact quick. Nickelback fans protested the band's decision, while others criticized the band for being stingy with their music at an event created to promote goodwill. One of the band's associates took to Twitter to curse at other Twitter users and to defend Nickelback by claiming the band generously spent their own money for transportation of gear. By then, however, the damage was already done. Should have asked for a rental, then you would have to spend your own money. Canadian artist Avril Lavigne, she was pretty good, became a mainstream success by appropriating a genre that defines itself as counterculture. The music video for her song Skater Boy, I know, I remember, depicted her teenage arms wearing studded leather wristbands and tiny tattoos, while a clear skin and squeaky clean sound belied any real identification with the movement. So when she and Kroger got married in 2013, there was in some sense of perfect marriage. They were both massively successful sellouts, famous for creating radio play friendly hits that gave the middle finger to authenticity. Their union gave people ample ammunition to criticize their partnership. The two eventually divorced, but possibly due to their similar public image, Avril still tried to stay with and stand up for him. When Mark Zuckerberg made a joke at Nickelback's expense, Avril pushed back and accused him of bullying Nickelback. have a look at that anti-air. I think it's more the mortar. No? The landing pretty solid. That decoy was inefficient. Exhibit number 5. The internet made it hip to hate on them. Yes, this is what the internet was for. The internet changed everything for everybody. For Nickelback, that change meant a larger platform for haters to band together and churn out anti-Nickelback content. The most notable example is a Facebook page called "Can This Pickle Get More Fans Than Nickelback?" According to The Guardian, at one point in 2010, the Pickle fan page had more fans than the fan page did. Compare 1.47 million Pickle fans to 1.42 million Nickelback supporters. Anti-Nickelback captions began appearing on popular trending memes such as Grumpy Cat and Bad Luck Brian. Some of these memes made fun of specific things like Chad Kroger's hair, others just poked fun at Nickelback for being Nickelback. Their bad reputation preceded them to make the memes on the bandwagon and all of the people and these movies alike. I will post these memes in the description. Copy this. Let's get this done. I want to get this done quickly. Get to the creator studio. Don't try to edit it, just go to the creator studio. On YouTube, you can do it. Now I must try the bacon. Timing's good. Alright, I'm going to have to transition into the next defense wave to get it done. So let's do the next defense wave. Pray for it. Live. There it is. Tap, tap, tap. Paste. Sure, put a thumbnail up. Come on. GU. Done. Guns up grinding. And go back. Dot. And save. let's look at these memes. On the surface, internet memes seem like they're all fun and games, but when somebody's badly timed photograph, profane tweet, awkward video, or and a faint masterpiece gets blasted over social media, the impact can inadvertently ruin job interviews for the next decade. The internet is a brutal place. Hell yeah. And no bit of silliness ever goes unpunished. It's no wonder that undergoing the radical transformation from the regular person to a digital meme has destroyed many lives. Well, don't be a dick. The results of internet fame aren't always so terrible though. Every once in a blue moon, surprisingly enough, memes do some real good in the world. Sure, becoming a meme will probably change your life in many ways, but you're definitely not going to complain if those changes involve earning enough money to pay off your mortgage, snagging some hot dates, raising funds for charity, or having a loved one from a serious, saving a loved one from a serious medical condition. They like to hit me hard to first start, so this wave and the next wave. Alright. Nickelback. Who would have thought I'd start putting Nickelback on the podcast? This is not worth it. Is that all you got? Apparently so. Okay. Let's get the medic. See if I can take the fight to them. Nope. Now I got that Avril Lavigne song stuck in my head. Get him, boys. More snipers. More snipers, more problems. Is it? Jolly good old chap. Fine. This game is about to crash. So I finally figured out why I've been sleeping so bad. hard time to go to sleep. Could be the cola. Could be the fact that I need to revive my entire philosophy. From materialism to idealism. There you go. So, man, sorry about all the Nickelback talk. That was horrible. This game is about to crash. I hope I can get past these 457. Get a little bit more moolah, money, duku. I think I need about 5 to 6 million to upgrade my skinny base completely. Come on. Okay, the cream is up. Ansat's 10 says hi. Hey Ansat. How are you today? Welcome to the show, guys. Drop a comment on my stream so I can give you a shout out. You guys got here just in time. I was talking about Nickelback the entire time. And I ran a bit late getting the thumbnail in there and the description. There's a link in the description to tell you all about Nickelback and how they became a meme. And why they're the most hated band in the history of music. And I don't even remember how I... oh yeah. I started out talking about Rebecca Black and that song Friday, and how I was going to do a parody on it called Pi Day. You know the number? Because I'm really interested in how pi, 3.145, relates to prime numbers. I know there has to be a connection there. I don't think anybody's figured it out yet. So I was going to make a parody of Friday, you know, the horrible song, the most hated song on YouTube, most disliked. It's Friday, Friday. And then I started going into how if you work in an office, sometimes you're forced to listen to the shitty music. Mostly it's Sky Radio. And if you're a music fan like I am, listening to Sky Radio is torture. Especially in the month of December, where they play Last Christmas by Wham every hour, on the hour. So you know it's coming. From that I went into a rant about the Four Non-Blondes with the song called What's Going On, where I was in the dentist chair, and I thought, okay, it can't get worse than this. I'm being tortured. Somebody's drilling into my jaw. But at least it can get worse than that. And then the song, Four Non-Blondes, came on the radio. What's going on? And I'm, oh great. I don't mind the drilling into my jaw anymore. This is worse. And then I started to go on how Creed is the worst band in history. Went and did a Google search, and apparently Nickelback is the most hated band in history. And I went on a diatribe, which is like a rant, about Nickelback. I'm terribly sorry about that, but in the description you'll find a link about Nickelback memes. They're basically the most middle of the road possible band ever. And I was late getting that meme into the description, so I wound up doing a CPU defense. I mean the defense wave. Check out the base. Do I need to, yeah, I need to deal with this first. Okay, I can let these guys crash into the base, no problem. Just over a week and we'll be in the Alliance season again. I saved up about 52 quadruple and double XPs. And I'm going to save those for that time. Usually I like to talk about geopolitics, preparations for war, trade wars, cosmology, physics. But today I somehow ended up talking about Nickelback. You gotta love these Rocketeers, man. They have fast reload, volunteer, health, and rapid deploy. So they start coming out of the base 90 seconds into the match. I have a 90% win rate on these bases. The only way to defeat it is by being very patient and very lucky. You need at least 4 or 5 decoys, which then lets my Rocketeer shoot my own kernels. Literally no other way to do it. So when I go back to the skinny base, which involves losing this, all these structures are gone. There'll be 5 minutes 30 seconds on the clock. You're gonna make mistakes. Unless you run a perfect match and was smart enough to bring some decoys, you're not gonna win. Especially since in the Alliance seasons you have to go in blind. Now you can look at my base, check out the stats, and think, oh hey, this guy has Rocketeers and Colonels. I'm going to need to bring some decoys. You have to bring decoys, put them on the Colonels, not the Rocketeers, because they spawn rapidly. The balance in and out is fair enough. I'm not going to be able to take the fight to the enemy. I'm going to have to be patient. Or do I? I'm going to want to take these guys down first. Wait. No medics? There's a medic. The lone medic. I think I can take the fight to the enemy. Check it. Oh, that last colonel. Very nice. So I'm going to call it. The base will hold. And I'm going to collect about 80,000 munitions for this. Well on my way to get the 6 million. After that, I'm going to transition into GTA Vice City on PlayStation 4. It's in the store. $7.50. If you're into the old GTAs, get the trilogy. I think that's for... I think that's still on sale for $13 or euros or whatever you have in your store. You will get GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. Myself, I chose just to get Vice City. That's the one I wasn't able to finish on the PlayStation 3. I had it, but I'm not playing on that console anymore. And I got to a space game called Everspace, which is kind of simple, not a lot of story, but the graphics are incredible. Space simulation, space battle with the Unreal Engine. It's perfect. The graphics are perfect.
I've been playing games for, man, I don't even want to say. Let's say 83, 93, 2003. Holy, what? 35 years. And I've been reviewing them for 35 years. So yeah, I'm an OG. Old gamer. What, 35? What am I talking about? Nope. Yep. Wow. I'm an OG. I'm 40 something. That means you're over 40 and don't want to say. Base will hold easily. It's almost 5:30 p.m. here in Holland. I need to start transitioning to my dinner. That's what I need to do. ITRI Raptor says, yo, hi. Hey, Raptor. Welcome to the stream. I'm part of the Big Red One. They're one of the top 10 alliances. Right now, I'm grinding my way into 6 million munitions so I can upgrade my base. And for some reason, I like to talk about pretty serious stuff like geopolitics and war and cosmology and physics. But for some reason, I drifted into a big, rabbit hole about NIckelback. Because they are the most hated band in history, and I am a musician. So yeah, that was kind of fun. But I was late in the description. I had to put some NIckelback memes. Actually, a really cool article in the description. So I have to get into this defense wave. I can't stop the stream until I've done this here defense wave. After which I'm gonna fry me up some chicken. Let's see. It's bound to be more. Yeah, this is the guys. These are guys I'm looking for. This is going to be the problem. That's all of them. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Let them pass. Ah, here they are. Those are the last. Another 16. And the base held. I've got a base where the colonels are pointing out the units over here. And then these rocket guys take them out at standoff range. The only thing probably more effective is the Bombardier base, these guys. Which everybody has. Almost everybody's got a Bombardier base with sniper traps. I've seen those a million times. And there's a way around those by choosing a blind spot. Let them crash into the base. Let's see some action. I don't think I'm going to need these specials at all. There's one left. There you go. Headshot. Headshot, please. Yes. Ah. So that mission pertains to getting 2 more bonus alliance battles. I have about 260. Keep an eye on this channel because it's going to become very exciting in a couple of days. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And yeah, I hope to see you on the flip side. Later.